Last month, one of my clients, Tracy, 48 years old from Colorado, dug up an old 5K time trial result. The time, 38:42. She hadn't looked at that in years. Back then, she was just getting back into some running after some time off running around kids, and she wasn't doing any speed work, no real structure to her training. She even told me I was running, but I wasn't really training. So I asked her a simple question. I said, what if we use that exact same route, but this time followed a smart, structured plan for the next 30 days? She was in. And while she didn't take up to 5 minutes off, because no one should expect that in only a month, she did shave off nearly 2 minutes, which is around 20 seconds per kilometer or around 30 seconds per mile. And more importantly, she ran stronger, steadier, and with more confidence. This video isn't about chasing big, flashy results. It's about what can actually happen when female runners over 45 stop guessing and start training with intention. Let's clear up one common mistake. Most runners, especially those trying to get faster, just start running more. But running more without understanding where you're starting from, well, that's not progress, that's just fatigue. So the first thing Tracy and I did was a proper baseline 5K. No special prep, no taper, just a steady, honest effort to see where she really was. And then we looked at her data. Where did her pace start to drop? Was her heart rate creeping up too soon? And was she falling into that trap of starting too fast and fading late? And that's where most runners get it wrong. It's not always your fitness holding you back, it's how you execute your training. And if you want to improve in just 30 days, step one is understanding what's really slowing you down. You don't need to train harder, you need to train smarter. And if you're a female runner over 45 and you've been training without structure or stuck in a cookie cutter program that doesn't really speak to your reality, we've built an entire system just for you. In our free online training class, I will walk you through how to build smarter training weeks, how to recover better, and how to run faster without burning out. Click the link or scan the QR code on screen now to save your seat. Now, Tracy's first time trial, classic mistake. She went out too fast. So we built her training plan to fix that. We included pacing practice, stronger finishes, and early control. And yes, we included speed work, but not at the expense of her aerobic base. We used what we call just-in-time intervals. And the key thing with those is that they allow you to recruit more muscle fibers with a lot more higher leg turnover without wrecking your legs. But they weren't the first sessions that we added, because speed work only works when it's built on a solid aerobic foundation. And so here's what Tracy's weekly structure looked like. It comprised of 4 days of running, 2 of which were easy runs, 1 was a long aerobic run, and 1 was a speed or interval session. Something that was an absolute non-negotiable is that Tracy did 2 strength sessions every week and an optional session of a cross-training or recovery ride. We kept it to a spin because Tracy really struggles to keep her paces slow enough for a recovery run. And so what that meant for Tracy is that no junk miles, no cookie cutter plan designed for 25-year-olds, just smart, focused sessions that respected her body and her recovery needs. And speaking of recovery, after 2 weeks, Tracy felt great. Her paces were improving, and so she was tempted to push harder. But we held her back, and we held her back on purpose, because real progress doesn't happen while you train. It happens during your recovery from your training. And so every week had intentional rest. Some weeks she did even less than she felt like doing, really because menopause training or training during this time means that we need to be flexible. And that's what allowed her to do more by the end. And here's the next aspect that we worked on in Tracy's training plan. If every run feels comfortably hard, you're not improving, you're really just surviving. And that's where Tracy started, stuck in that gray zone. So we changed the structure of her training. We made sure that her easy runs were really in fact easy so that she had the capacity to do those harder runs so much harder. And so every session had a clear purpose. Every week we zoomed out though to make sure that all of that was balanced. And at the end of the 30 days, we repeated that time trial. Same shoes, same route. Tracy didn't just run faster, she ran smarter. Her pacing was steady, her heart rate held, and her form didn't collapse. She crossed the line knowing that she had emptied the tank and earned every second of that nearly 2-minute improvement. And in the next video, I'm diving into 7 brutal truths that hold female runners over 45 back from improving, and how to flip each one of those to your advantage. You don't need to do more, you just need to do what matters most. And that starts with knowing what not to do. See you there.